then you want to go right at the top of the road. And then just pull up here on the left, you see, yeah? Okay, perfect. Get rid of that. Kind of thing. Oh, don't leave your signal. Okay, so this is going to be your mock test, which we'll record, and then we can have a look if there's any issues. Okay. So your test is at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So although I probably won't get it 100% correct, I potentially could get a potential read. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you're trying to do is not ask me anything. Yeah. So what happens, all right, yeah? The only thing really you want to ask is if you didn't hear my directions.
Okay.
The rest of it, try and just keep focused on what you're doing, because this is not your real test, and then we can have a look at it and say, oh, all right, yeah?
Okay.
All right, yeah? Okay, I will be giving you one show me question on the way round. You will be doing one maneuver somewhere, but the rest of the time it's driving, right? Yeah. So give me a couple of things that you think you might be weak on the test. What do you think you would get marked down for? Yeah.
I think it might be like my left mirror.
Okay, so let's write this down. So left mirror might be an issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
It's remembering to check my blind spot after a manoeuvre.
Okay, so blind spots. Yeah. Okay, so we've wrote them down. So potentially.
And getting over sometimes when I'm on like lights at a roundabout, that gets me a little bit.
So position and roundabouts, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. All right, yeah.
And remembering to turn my indicator off.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah? So do you remember a little tip that I said to you that I will do, and potentially the examiner, which is that awkward situation when it's very quiet in the car.
Mhm.
And then that quiet is because rather than me telling you, or simply turn off your signal, the quietness is the message, isn't it?
Okay.
All right, yeah. So we're starting now. We're going to be driving for about 40 minutes. Different kinds of roads. We're not going to use the sat nav today. Okay, so it's going to be me giving you directions and potentially
road signs.
Following road signs, right? Yeah. So when you're ready, I'd like you to pull away from here, and then when we come to the traffic lights, I'd like you to go right, please.
I've like failed already, haven't I? Oh, I did realise that box junction. It was just sort of.
Okay, so just one thing, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Get away from
thinking that I failed.
Thinking you failed.
Yeah.
Get away from sort of asking anything, right? Because what that's going to do is going to change your emotions, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
This is not a test. This is a mock test, all right? Yeah. So when we come back, then we can discuss it. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. turn my indicator off.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So do you remember a little tip that I said to you that I will do, and potentially the examiner, which is that awkward situation when it's very quiet in the car, and then that quiet is because rather than me telling you, or simply turn off your signal, the quietness is the message, isn't it?
Okay.
All right, yeah. So we're starting now. We're going to be driving for about 40 minutes. Different kinds of roads. We're not going to use the sat nav today. Okay, so it's going to be me giving you directions and potentially
road signs.
Following road signs, right? Yeah. So when you're ready, I'd like you to pull away from here, and then when we come to the traffic lights, I'd like you to go right, please.
I've failed already, haven't I? No. I did realise that box junction, it was just like...
Okay, so just one thing, yeah? Okay. Get away from
thinking that I failed.
Thinking you failed.
Yeah.
Get away from sort of asking anything, right? Because what that's going to do is going to change your emotions, right? Yeah?
Yeah,
okay?
You're right.
This is not a test, this is a mock test, all right? Yeah? So when we come back, then we can discuss it, right? Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Then take the next road on your left. Okay, so at this roundabout, what I'd like to do is take your second exit left, please. This one here.
Oh.
Then pull up on the left, please, when it's safe, legal and convenient. Okay, carry on when you're ready, please. Then at the next roundabout, I'd like to go right, please, which is going to be your third exit. Okay, and the next roundabout, please, I'd like to take the first exit left. Okay, I'm just gonna.
I was trying to do that.
I know.
I think.
Okay, that's the thing these days. We're having
You can't fail for that though, can you?
No, but try your best to go
that was
around
a really bad one.
I saw that was a really bad one. And what you don't want is the test to be called off because the tyre's gone. Then I'd like to take the next road on your right, please. left ear, sorry, my fault. Pull up on the left, just behind this black car. Just get a little bit nearer, so just a fraction nearer, yeah? That's fine. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is just carry on when you're ready, please. And then top of the road, I'd like you to go to the left here, please. Okay, so on the Stoke one-way system, I'd like you to keep in your left lane, please. So when it's safe to do so, what I'd like you to do is beep your horn.
I just want to ask you something.
So at this roundabout, I'd like to follow the signs for Newcastle, please. Okay, on the next roundabout, follow the signs for Nantwich, please. Then at this roundabout coming up, I'd like to follow the signs for Stone. Then at the next roundabout, I'd like to go right, which is following the sign for Whitchurch. Then you want to go left here, please. Then at the next traffic lights, following the sign for Whitchurch again. like you to take the next road on your left, please. Then I'd like you to pull up on your right, please. Okay, so now I'd like you to reverse in a straight line for around about 2 car lengths. Thank you very much. Okay, so carry on when you're ready, please. Pull up again, please, on the left when it's safe, legal and convenient. Carry on when you're ready, please. Then at the end of the road, I'd like you to go to the right, please. And just pull up on your left, please. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, so that's the end of the mock test. How do you think you did?
Failed.
Okay, so where do you think you did?
I think there was a couple. Was there a couple?
No, you tell me.
Was it moving off when I was moving off from the angle? I didn't check my blind spot.
That was one. That was like, you know, you said at the beginning you had weaknesses, left mirror, which I didn't really see.
Mhm.
Position on a roundabout, that's a potential. I'll tell you why in a minute. But blind spots, yeah, that was that one. I agree with that. Yeah. But let me just go over some of the stuff and then I'll go over the bigger one that I saw, right? Yeah. So first of all, we moved off from in. You had the yellow box junction, right? Yeah. So I know you kind of saw the yellow box junction. You definitely saw the yellow box junction. You moved a little bit into it. There was still access for cars to go into the pub, but you just have to ask yourself when you reflect back on it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just stop? You knew it. You saw it. I was looking
Yeah.
at your eyes. You saw it. It's just there, and that's that bit that came in that you wanted to ask, I guess, wasn't it? Yeah. But really, the rules on a yellow box junction, don't enter it unless your exit's clear. So it wasn't clear, so just stop. And
Yeah.
then the only time you would sit in it is if you're turning right, but that wasn't a crossroads situation, so just don't enter it.
Yeah.
Right. So you can keep it simple as that. Yeah. Now there was a next one that, and this happened kind of 12:30 as we was going down that Newcastle
Blue
road.
car.
I didn't. Do you want to get that? Got scroll on it.
No, that's nowhere near important.
That's fine then, yeah. Okay, so we had on that road, the Newcastle road. I didn't know why you were signalling. I didn't understand what it was.
Because I was moving over and going back.
Yeah, and I was thinking, you know, we've talked about that. Was there anyone who could benefit from that? It just seemed like a lot of your brain power was being taken up with the signalling, when really it was that person
Blue car who was turning left.
turning. Then you got nearer, and because you got nearer, then that van took the opportunity to pull out.
Yeah.
I just felt that was like
Was that a fail?
It depends, doesn't it? Yeah. I just think we could make that better, as in the awareness and planning. Definitely the awareness and planning bit. And it was just, when I was saying that, thinking, why are you signalling? Who's that benefiting?
Yeah.
Not a lot, really. All right, yeah. Now, then we came along to the roundabout. That's called like Keelin's roundabout, yeah. There's a video on it. It's got quite a lot of exits, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said to you, I want you to take the second road left.
Yeah, I know.
And to me, you were thinking
Straightforward.
forward, but straightforward, because I said left, second road left.
Straightforward. You want to said anything?
Yeah. And on that one, actually, straightforward is 1, 2, 3, fourth road straight ahead. Okay, so really have a look at that Keelin's roundabout. I'll send you the link on that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, because that does come up that time in the morning, right? Yeah, that's why I came in and said, no, this one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I got you to pull up on the left again, and then we came to that road where there's a pothole. So just to clarify this on potholes, the reason why I said that was because what you don't want to do is go down a pothole and blow the tyre, and then your test is over or your lesson's over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and they're not, you know, it's very difficult out there, but that one was, it did seem quite big, didn't it?
Yeah, that was huge.
Right, yeah. Now 12:37, we came to the move away at an angle. So the move away at an angle, do you remember we've talked about that in the past? Just one whole turn, corners line up, and turn back. Yeah. We'll go over that again because you went quite wide. But with that, yeah, you didn't check your blind spot. Okay. Then this one. Okay. After we did the Stoke one-way system when we was driving up through Harts Hill, do you think you was making the progress that you should have? So before I say that, what is making progress? What would you say making progress is? If someone says in your driving lessons, your driving tests, you're not really making progress, what would you say that
I don't know. Speed.
Okay. is? Yes, speed.
Yeah.
Okay. So on that road, there was plenty of times that I think you could have been doing 30, but you was doing 22, 23.
Right.
Okay. Some of them, that's when we was, you know, sort of passing vehicles. There was definitely room. to go a little bit quicker. But that was one that sort of came a lot in other places as well. Right, then we came to the one where I said follow the signs for Nantwich. So you draw yourself into left, but you check your mirrors, you move back into the correct lane. But we know that area comes up, so probably middle lane on that one. On that roundabout there by the baths, the left lane is just for going left.
Yeah,
right,
I did realise that.
But you like I say, it's not a problem to make a mistake if you correct it by checking your mirrors.
Yeah.
And doing it safely. Yeah, we're not trained. We're not. You're not trapped on the line. All right. So then we came across after we came down there. We went left at that big roundabout, and then I got you to go right. Follow the signs for Whitchurch.
Yeah.
Okay. So on that roundabout, you forgot to signal. If you listen to the video, there is no signal, and then you indicated left, and I just felt it was a bit early that you indicated left. We were sort of still.
Where was that?
So you know the courts. There's like a big court. Isn't there?
Yeah.
You go left there. The next roundabout.
Yeah.
It was right.
Yeah.
And you didn't actually indicate right.
Did I not?
No. And you'll hear it because there was no indicator.
Yeah.
But I was looking around. I thought, well, I'm just going to see what happens. And then you indicated left to come off. But if you have a look where you indicated, you can hear it, left to come off. It was slightly early on the second junction straight ahead.
Yeah.
Right. So then we came off there. The traffic lights. We went left. Then we did a right turn. Then we came back to that's road. It's 30 all the way. So you kept your speed there. Some parts I thought you would drop in sort of, it was about 23, 24 again, and then pull it up to 30 because it was a clear road, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then I got you to pull up on the right. How was that? How did that make you feel? The pulling up on the right. Was you alright with that?
Yeah, I was fine.
Yeah, you just pull up on the right. So
reversing was fine as well.
Yeah, I just felt that when you
moved a little bit, didn't I? Did I?
No, it wasn't so much that. When you pulled up, your steering wasn't straight, first of all, but then you corrected it and straight. So it's a really good tip that when you pull up, make sure your car's straight, make sure you're steering straight.
Yeah.
Because you can begin to drift out. Yeah. Okay. I be honest with you, I thought you stopped for all the cars. The observation was pretty good. You were looking behind, looking around. That was fine. When you pulled off, you didn't give a signal, but there was no one around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that's the reason you did it. Then we came down that road. I got you to pull up again. You did check the blind spot there.
I know, because I realised that I forgot it before,
Yeah.
and I was determined not to forget it
So
again.
so you just reflect on it, don't you? Yeah. That's not a test. You're not. I'm not any good.
Yeah.
So that's how you learn. Now, then we came to that junction, the emerge junction, right? Yeah, which I know is a difficult junction, right? Yeah. So, did you think your choice was correct that you made?
Where are we now?
So you've
coming out when that white car was coming.
Exactly, the white car. Yeah.
I knew, I did think it at first I thought, yeah, I'm gonna make it, but then as I did pull out, I realised like that I should have just let him go past.
Yeah.
And I went out.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Right. So there's something that you want to think about on emerging from busy junctions. All right. Yeah. Is what you're pulling out gonna make someone slow down, swerve, or stop? Well, we can get rid of the stop. I wasn't gonna make him stop, right? Yeah, not gonna make him swerve. But do you think if that was you driving that white vehicle, you would have
had to slow down?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I'll tell you where we can relate that to. The next vehicle, you remember that car that shot in front of us? Right? Yeah. That made us slow down, didn't it? That made us do something that we probably wouldn't have, right? Yeah. So on that white car, I would say that potentially they've slowed down a bit. All right, yeah. So looking at your observation, I could see what you was doing, but what I'm really interested in was you thinking to yourself, I've been here too long. Was there any of that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So
I always think that sometimes, like, I'm here too long. If I don't go out, like, am I going to fail just by? But then.
So let me relate this, because the reason why I've held back with this, there was a roundabout after Harts Hill where we was going left, all right, yeah? It's a very shallow roundabout, yeah? And I looked at that, and that was hesitation because there was a gap there. Do you remember that roundabout? Right, yeah? And I was counting in my head and I was thinking, oh, it's about 5 seconds, but really there was a gap there, right? Yeah. Will it have failed you? I don't know, because it wasn't dangerous, but it was hesitation, right?
Yeah.
And it was going with all that Harts Hill Road that you just wasn't making progress, and that was the hesitation bit. But with that bit, I was kind of watching your face, and I was thinking, okay, it's a busy road there. I know it's a busy road. You know it's a busy road, and you was looking, and then that's why I asked you the question: did you feel like
Yeah.
I should have gone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, I would have waited. I think that would have made him slow down,
Yeah.
even a little bit.
I knew that one as well. Yeah.
So hesitation doesn't kick in until it's like that Newcastle roundabout when there was a complete gap. That one there, there wasn't, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then we came back here. Like I say, we had that guy pull in front of us. I don't know what it was about. And then we pulled up here. So I think the areas now, because mock tests, what they do is you're getting closer to the test, they just highlight to me and you, there's a point that we need to work on, right? Yeah.
It helps my nerves as well, because
Yeah.
when you said we're doing a mock test, it made me feel nervous,
Yeah.
even though I've sat in the car with you and you've
Yeah,
seen me
of
drive. Do you know what I
course,
mean? So it does make me feel better.
Because of that. So what we're doing is we need to think that, and I wasn't being rude. You know when you try to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
You
Yeah.
just gotta keep it in. Yeah.
It's because I knew I was on the box junction, and I
Yeah.
thought, oh my god.
Oh my God, I've failed.
fucked up
Yeah.
already.
I don't know. I can't say what the examiners were there, but if I was an examiner, you hadn't blocked anyone.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, probably maybe a minor, if anything, right, yeah?
Yeah.
But what that is, it's the feelings that you get. And the feelings that you get is, I've failed, what's the point? I'm just
Yeah.
going to give up.
Yeah.
Right, yeah? Never give up, right, yeah? Because you don't know what they're marking, how they're looking at it, and you don't know how serious that was.
Yeah.
So just carry on. The result's going to be at the end, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
You can't change it. Right, so like I say to you, I think the ones are that awareness on them vehicles. Why are we signalling there? Probably, let's think, you know, I always say, is it going to benefit anyone?
Yeah.
Right? The mirror checks are the most important ones, right? And that would, I think, would have given you more awareness of that blue vehicle turning, right? Yeah. The next one is instructions on roundabouts. So just because you hear second lane, second exit, does not mean it's always straight.
Yeah.
Right? And then coming up from that, obviously the move off an angle bit, we want to make sure that is spot on.
So when moving off from an angle, is it just one?
Yeah.
Like half a turn?
What I normally do is one, all right, yeah? That brings the, what do they call it? That brings you to a point where the corners match up. Then one whole turn back, that's straight, and then you can sort of do half or 3/4 of the turn.
Yeah, maybe we need to go over that one again.
So we'll do that one again, right, yeah? And then the blind spot, yeah?
Yeah.
Just make sure you, like I say, it's one of them ones that come up. That awareness of you're not hesitation. So when it's clear, I like to call it, I can't believe it's clear syndromes. Do you ever get that when you come up to a roundabout and go, I can't believe this is all good, there's got to be something bad happening? And it was clear and you should have gone. And then we're going to then concentrate on difficult emerging junctions, right? Yeah, and making you make the decision and thinking to yourself, are they going to stop, swerve, or slow down? Got it?
You think I'm ready?
I think overall you're ready, but I can.
Do you think I need to push it forward?
No, because I be honest with you, I think the majority is it good, and these mock tests, what they do, they bring out those hesitational bits. All right, yeah. So let's go again. So as we drive sort of back, let's talk about and try and get this moving away at an angle. I just think you've put so much work into it, right? Yeah, that it's very, very common as you get near your test that you're going to get nervous.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And if you was horrendous and I was having to grab the wheel or tell you everything, then I'd say, let's
push it forward. Yeah.
But this, I think these are small things, and we've still got a few weeks, haven't we?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
But if you ever do feel like I need to, just say, because I would much rather push my test forward a month if I can than
of course
set myself up to fail.
No,
Does that
of
make
course.
sense?
No, I totally agree with you. Yeah. All right, and we've still got time, right? Yeah. And if nerves really erode and it goes that way in the next week, then we can. All right. Yeah. But at the moment, let's get this sorted. Yeah.
Yeah.